All right, guys, today we are at Target, and I don't know about you, but I love the Target sign, especially when it's snowing. That is much better, although I would love to be out here when it's actually snowing. So come on, can we get a little precipitation here? Okay, here we go. Target, Massillon, Ohio. I am really excited to see what they have for Christmas in here. I filmed a couple of Halloween videos in here, thank you Automatic Doors, and they were absolutely stocked with Halloween goodies. Of course, right in the door, they always have the small section here, and they always have a few little things for the holiday up here. Look at this, a milk and cookies set. That is a ceramic milk carton right there, just like the ones you used to get in school. Sensory toys, are these like, it looks like they come apart or something. I thought maybe they were those really squishy toys, but look at this down here. There's actually Minecraft and Peanuts foam gingerbread house activity sets. What the heck, they're made of foam, so you can't eat them, but they still look cool. Christmas socks, what is this? Christmas dice? Everyone except you, roll again, make up your own Christmas story in your elf voice. Okay, that seems fun. Christmas toilet paper. It's such a small roll. They have Christmas toilet paper at Spirit Christmas, but they are actually, like, they come in a 4-pack, and they're actually the normal size rolls. Look at this, they even have a Christmassy milk frother that looks like a candy cane. Perfect for hot chocolate after sledding. Of course, there's this guy watching over us. And what is this here? Okay, it looks like little Yetis, like little abominable snowmans. What the heck? That is very cool. He is so squishy and soft, and I love his little hat. No, it's a Yeti cookie. Look at that. A Yeti 100-piece shaped jigsaw puzzle. And look down here, they have even bigger ones. Those are awesome. Look, the one on the bottom is actually wearing muffs. And on the other side, they have Christmas mouse fellows. Oh, I love how it's decorated in here. Look at this snuggle spot. They have Christmas attire over here. Christmas gift ideas? No way. Look at the Target sweater here. That is so cool. I love that so much. And Swiss Miss milk chocolate, hot chocolate, I think, that's in a box that looks like a Christmas sweater. I actually drank some hot chocolate this morning before I came out because it is like 38 degrees outside. Hello, mouse friends. And look how they have this ribbon design hanging on the ceiling. That is so cool. Complete with a skiing gingerbread man. Of course, they always have tons of Christmas cards. And I love how all these center displays have the Christmas topper on them. And look at this over here. This kind of decorating reminds me of the mall. Candy canes on the top of these over here. Yeah, look at that. The Alpine Chalet. Very cool. Lots of candles here. Apple Cinnamon Joy. Holiday Hearth. Fireside Glow. Whoa, Cashmere Vanilla. Yeah, look at that. That reminds me of Sugar Creek, Ohio, with the world's largest cuckoo clock. We got some pillows and stuff over here. Little Christmas trees, ceramic Christmas trees. Ooh, this one's apparently a light. Yeah, check that out. A light up glass Christmas tree. Little golden nutcrackers. Uh-oh, we have snow globes. All right, let's get this guy going here. Yes, check that out. Very cool. We got a nutcracker snow globe. I love the snow globes. Here's some bigger nutcrackers over here. Apparently all the stuff in this area is by Studio McGee. I can't even say it correctly. Studio McGee. And this is all home decor that's sort of Christmas. What we want to see, though, is down here and around the corner. And look at this. They have different Christmas things throughout the store. Like, this is the baking section here. Look at this. Pillow Fort is apparently the brand of this stuff here. Cookie creating kit down here with its own mixing bowl and a whisk and cookie cutters. We have plates over here. Cookies for me, cookies for Santa, and some little, I don't know, drink mugs, I guess you'd call them up here. Look at the little bear. And this one looks like a gingerbread bear. Yes, hot chocolate mugs right here. I love hot chocolate so much. Look at these. They're like nutcracker shaped mugs. Oh my gosh, those are so cool. And then here's a gingerbread boy mug. That is awesome. Snowman mug, Birdfellow mug, colorful cocoa mix. Pick your favorite color, stir, and sip. So is this actually colored hot chocolate mix? That is very cool. Yeah, down this way is what we want to see. You can see the Christmas trees peeking out down here. But first, we have a gingerbread cookie mix. I don't know if I've ever made gingerbread cookies, but I want to now. Soft baked cookie mix, snickerdoodles, and we got sugar cookie mix down here. Those look good. The Hot Cocoa Club. Look at this. This is very cool. It looks like a little house, and it's got all kinds of things you'd use for hot cocoa. What? Marshmallow cocoa toppers? Apparently you just set that on top of your hot chocolate. That looks good. And look at these. It's the same thing, only they are stockings in buffalo plaid. Here's a hot cocoa mix that is wrapped to look like a reindeer. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Hot cocoa spoons. These are awesome. You put these in your hot chocolate to stir them, and it comes with extra chocolate and marshmallows. Actually, according to the directions, all you have to do is get some hot water and put that whole thing in there, and it will turn your hot water into hot chocolate. I like the other way better. But here's a peppermint hot cocoa spoon. Same idea, but it has like a crushed candy cane on it. Yum. And what the heck? Look at these giant dark fudge dipped jumbo marshmallows. Here we go. Here's gingerbread house kits here. We have a regular one up here like the classic house. Santa's holiday cookies, and even a mini village. And basically what these are is the cookie stuff is already baked. So you get all these cookies in here and you just decorate them. And it's the same with the house. The cookie parts are already baked. You just put it all together. Yeah, here we go. Now we're getting into it. Look at these Christmas trees back here. Their Christmas and Halloween setups always look awesome in these stores. They make it so easy to get into the holiday spirit. Look at this, the holiday market, and that looks like a giant candy cane. Look at the size of the ornaments on this tree here. These things are enormous. They're almost the size of a basketball. And that's like a felt material on these. We got some bows. We have some neon. And this is a pre-lit tree. You can see how it's changing colors from white to different colors all throughout the tree. Yeah, look at that. Changes colors right before your eyes. And look at this one over here. The tree topper is actually throwing the lights up onto the ceiling there. I think this one is also, this one is also pre-lit. This is a different style of lights here, but they're still changing colors and blinking. We've got the red and white candy cane garlands on there, the sparkly ornaments, and that tree topper up there. It says Santa Stop Here, and you can see on the top where it has almost like a little disco ball thing. And if we back off a little bit, you can see where it just throws that lighting right up onto the ceiling. That's really cool. What is this? John Deere Company. We have some stockings. Look at this wreath. It's almost like a blow mold wreath here. Is that a tiny button? Yes. Ooh, cool. It lights up. Some Christmas pillows down here. A Merry Christmas. And then this one is a Santa. That's pretty cool. Ooh, a quilted throw by the John Deere Company. Oh my gosh, look at all the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes here. There's the North Pole Nutty Buddies down there on the bottom. The chocolate Christmas tree cakes, I haven't seen a lot of those this season at all. Christmas tree brownies above those, and then the whole top two shelves are the white Christmas tree cakes. They are so delicious. Honestly, I'm a fat guy. I've eaten about 5 of these so far. No, not 5 cakes. 5 boxes. Oh, yes, let's not talk about that. All right, let's go on down this aisle here. What kind of things? Look at this. A candy garland. Again, this is that John Deere Company. I don't think it's real candy, but it's made to look like candy. And then we have the cookie garland here. No way. Is this a giant shrimp ornament. What the? It is. It's a shrimp ornament. That is something I've never seen before. I do like the design of these, though. Look at this Santa here. He's just plain red and white. Oh, and a mushroom? A mushroom ornament. And this is this a quail? Oh, that's a turkey. There you go. There's your turkey for all you Thanksgiving lovers. Look, I love Thanksgiving, but it's one day with an awesome giant meal and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And maybe even a turkey ornament on your tree. A heart, a cookie. Look at this wreath. That looks really cool. We got an owl back here, a 4-leaf clover. And how random is this? A skull and crossbones. I love Christmas stockings too. Look at all these. I love the ones with the letters on them. And these look like nice, thick, warm cable knit sweaters. Oh my gosh, I need to get a red one just like this. It's like the sweater that Kevin McAllister wore. All kinds of different stocking holders here. Look at these. I like these. It's a whole set of 4 deer. It's a deer family. Look, it's a buck, it's a doe, it's the 2 little deer. Doe, a deer, a female deer. Target's aisles are always completely stocked at Christmas and Halloween. Look at these little bird fellows down here. We can't ignore them. And they always have the little animated things like this guy. Ooh. Snowman, polar bear, little penguin there. North Pole Santa phone. Try me. Oh. For those of you who don't know, this is how we actually had to dial the phone before cell phones.
Thank you for calling the North Pole. We've randomized this switchboard for your convenience. Have a Merry Christmas.
We got another snow globe here. I always forget to wind them up. These do have sounds, most of them. Plush hot cocoa gingerbread guy. Oh my gosh, these are just ornaments, but they look good enough to eat. We have the gingerbread nutcrackers, gingerbread boys, and then we even have gingerbread reindeer. Couple of blow molds up here, a penguin, a snowman, and a Christmas tree, and then look at this guy here. He looks like the Coke polar bear. Hello, gingerbread girlfriend. Looks like we have some inflatables out here. We have the white, the wire designs up here. I can't think of what to call them. We got a deer, a snowman. There's another snowman back there. Hello Kitty inflatable, Bluey inflatable. Look at this guy. Inflatable penguin, and I love his hat and his coat. And look at this one here. Buddy the Elf. That is 6 feet tall. I actually bought the Buddy the Elf animatronic from Home Depot last year, and the eyes are so creepy looking. I should have just bought this. We have some little Christmas trees here if you just have a small space. We have some Christmas fellows up here on the top. Look, a mouse down here on the end. We have a dog, a dinosaur. Look at that green dinosaur right there. He's hilarious. And a bird fellow. Look at this, all these trees, and they have a ton of different wreaths over here. And they always have so many ornaments here, not just like the regular ones, like these little bulbs and things like that, but they have so many here that are little specific characters and things. If you're trying to find something specific for, I don't know, your mom or your son or your daughter or your friend. Look at this, it is a coffee pot ornament. That right there would be perfect for my wife. Even an espresso machine. Oh my gosh. No, they have a pickle and a hot dog. A poodle and a chihuahua and boxing gloves. A cruise ship for all the cruisers out there. No way, they even have a Halloween Lewis animatronic ornament. That is cool. Okay, let's come up around this way. They have tons more of these ornaments I want to show you over here. But look at these over here. I love how these are sparkling. We got the red, silver, white, and look at these giant ones over here. I love that. Man, I don't know if I've seen another store with such a selection of ornaments. But here's like your commercial ornaments if you have anybody who loves Mountain Dew. or Pepsi or even Diet Coke. My wife loves Diet Coke. I could get her one of those. Look at this. We have icy. No way. Bob Ross back there. What is this? This is macaroni and cheese. We got Sour Patch Kids, Eggo waffles, Doritos. No way. An entire pack of Oscar Mayer wieners. Look, they're smiling. A jar of Clausen pickles, Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. The Reese peanut butter cups and a Hershey Kiss. Even more over here. Look at all of these. We got Pikachu down here, Bingo and Bluey. Look at this Spider-Man right here. That's hilarious. Paw Patrol, the goldfish. Is this a Grinch? It is. It's a little Grinch. Darth Vader, the Stormtrooper. We got a little Yoda over here. Where's Waldo? Garfield. Uh-oh. Baby shark, doot, 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 doot. I love this flocked tree, and this one also is pre-lit. And it has the multicolor lights on it, little tiny balls. Lots of different tree topper stars, including a disco ball. What the heck? Bunch of different tree collars here and tree skirts over here. I like the white one down there. Even more tree topper stars. Look at the ones up here. That's like a star within the star, and the inner star is turning. That is really cool. I like those. More ornaments down here, and these are all $5 a piece. And look at this one here. It's a disco cowboy hat. Over here they have the actual disco ball on the end there. Hot cocoa bells. We got a cat there, a pupster. Man, so many different specific ornaments in this store for anything you could be looking for. I think we have even more stuff down here. Yeah, we're getting into the lights and the wrapping paper down here. Tons of different styles of ribbons here. This is one of my favorites here. I love plaid. Silvery snowflakes. I've used this one before. Bags and tags and wrapping paper and boxes. Here's a plaid wrapping paper. It's not very Christmassy, but I do like it. What does this one say? Merry, I guess it just says Merry. I thought it said Merry Christmas, but it's just Merry. I like to use the solid colors. Like use solid colors and then choose a ribbon that gives it some design. And then a packaging swirl like this. I would choose this over a regular bow any day. Yeah, look at the red and white one. That is really cool. I love that. Here's a green one. I do like that pink bow though. I love this. Look at this. This is Peanuts wrapping paper with Snoopy on it. And it has like a sheen to it. It's almost metallic. I love that green. I love the old style design on this bag here. We have some Paw Patrol here. Oh, here's wrapping paper with that old style design like on that bag. Ooh, lots more wrapping paper in this aisle. Peel and stick tags. Yeah, here's another plaid. I really like that one. Here's one with all Santa hats. Snowflakes on a red background. Yes, look at this one. Looks like a giant peppermint stick. Christmas hats over here. Look at this. We have like a Snoopy Santa hat down here. There's a sparkling sequin elf hat. And look at these over here. We have a snowman hat. And in this one, it looks like Santa's belt and a gingerbread man. Little tins and boxes for gift cards or smaller gifts. Yes, Buddy the Elf wrapping paper. Donald Duck and Mickey. Merry Grinchmas. Hello Kitty. We got some Bluey here. Stitch sledding. Jack Skellington, Nightmare Before Christmas. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. What? Sonic the Hedgehog. Ooh, I like this one. Snoopy with the white background. Charlie Brown in there with his Christmas tree. And this one looks like the actual comic strip from Charlie Brown. They've got two different designs like that. Matching gift bags for all of this stuff. I absolutely love Charlie Brown. Look at this. They're all ice skating on this bag here. Skiing Snoopy. Peel and stick name tags. And then they have this kind that you tie on. Tons more wrapping paper and bows and ribbons on this side. Look at the size of these bows. These things are hilarious. Up against my hand, you can see how giant it is. And of course, there's Elf on the Shelf. I'm not going to go through all the Christmas goodies over here, but there are a couple things that I want to show you because they're so cool. Look at this. The Festive Tree Truck Gingerbread Cookie Kit. That is awesome. And then they actually have a mini Target cart sugar cookie kit. A holiday barn down here. Oh, this one is awesome. Look at this. The Yeti Cave. That is hilarious. I like the shape of this house too, how it's rounded on the front. That's nice and unique. Magical Ice Castle. Ah, Reese's Mini Trees. And then down at the end here, look at this stuff. Now you can easily be fooled by the giant candy because you really want to believe that this is one ginormous Twix bar, but it's not. It's 18 Twixes in a ginormous box. Same thing with the giant Reese pack here. There's actually 18 of those in there. 18 Snickers in this giant box. 18 Kit Kats in this one. Whoa, 10 boxes. 10 giant boxes of Sour Patch Kids. It is a 1-pounder Krabby Patty. I think that is a giant gummy Krabby Patty right there. And one last thing before we go, let's just look at these Christmas sweaters here, because first of all, we have the Grinch. You can't go wrong with the Grinch. We have Snoopy and Woodstock skiing. We have the Grinch's dog Max, and look at this one. Frog and Toad riding a bike. What the heck? And I don't see the Target sweater for dudes, but they do have this one with 3 Snoopies on it. That is awesome.